I met Ben in Birmingham 11 years ago. He came to live with myself and my wife Hannah, not long after we got married. So we've been married just over 11 years, and having been married for that period of time, I can confirm the truth of what people say, that it's the little everyday things that count. And so, Leanne, I wanted to tell you perhaps about some little everyday things that you need to be aware of. And Ben's actually, I feel like Ben and I have coordinated speeches, which wasn't the case, but kind of makes me feel like I'm on the right lines. But this is little everyday things from someone who has lived with Ben before. The first thing, and this is very, very much into what Ben just said, is make sure the larder is always stocked. I remember once, the first time Ben actually lived with us on 2 separate occasions, and the first time Ben lived with us, we'd been shopping and we bought one of those pizzas that you not only need to clear the shelf in the fridge, but you kind of need to tip the pizza sideways to get it in. And it's one of those pizzas that when you buy it, you think, great, because that'll do us for dinner, and a kind of late night snack, and lunch the next day, and probably dinner the next day, and a couple of other snacks as well. So it was kind of a 2 dinner, 3 snack pizza, you know, that kind of thing. Or it was for myself and Hannah, it was a 2 dinner, 3 snack pizza. But for Ben, it was his tea. So just be aware of the need to always have plenty of food. And the next thing to be aware of, and this was brought home to me yesterday actually. We came up here and we had the rehearsal yesterday, and Ben's struggle really yesterday at having been woken up on a Saturday morning at 10:30. I would call it a lie-in. It's more hibernation really, and think of it in those terms as a kind of a weekly hibernation, and that will definitely help. And the third thing, just very briefly, and this has kind of been alluded to earlier, is just the level, I guess the volume really, the volume in the house is a kind of and I was thinking to myself earlier, for all week I've been thinking, why can't I think of a specific example of the kind of volume when Ben's around? Why can't I think of one example? And this morning I realised why I couldn't think of a specific example, because we were at Roger and Deirdre's having what I have to say was a fantastic cooked breakfast. Thank you very much. And Ben left, and the volume. Well, that happened. And I realised it's not a specific example because it's kind of it's all the time when Ben's around. So the food, the hibernation, and the volume are just 3 little everyday things to be aware of when living with Ben. But on a more serious note, something to be aware of, and this was, I think, this